Hello nerds and nerdettes, welcome back to the channel where once again we have a new video for you guys. This one's going to be a little bit of fun, but before we get into that, as you can tell by the title, I will officially be announcing the winner of the giveaway, of the 500 subscriber giveaway, of who's going to receive that Colors by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale omnibus. What I essentially did is I took all of the subscribers that commented the lightning bolt emoji or the word lightning bolt, entered them into a random name generator and had that choose the winner. I will leave the reel up above so you guys can actually see that real time as I did it. But the winner is, of course, Samir Dave 7732. Congratulations, you have officially won that Colors Omnibus. I'll be reaching out to you on the giveaway video, as well as if you comment on this video, feel free to reach out to me as well so I can get your information and send that your way. Everybody else, thank you so much for all of the love and support and getting entered into that raffle. It was a blast. It's going to be the first of many awesome books that I find. I definitely plan on doing yet another giveaway. But with that out of the way, we can go ahead and jump into today's video, which is going to be mainly me brushing through my collection briefly, going over, one, how many books I've read out of my entire collection and how many I have not, and then giving a total percentage of how many books I've read in my collection. The entire point of this kind of video being that you should just read at your own pace, collect at your own pace. There's no rush to read or collect, especially the way things keep being reprinted these days. And I'm not perfect. I've read a lot of comics, but there's still a decent amount in my collection. My collection is not 100% read. Not that I would ever really want it to be, but it's okay. Just as long as you're reading and getting the books that you want, then that's all that matters. It's your money and your collection, so do what makes you happy. But we can go ahead and jump to that video now, going over how many books that I've read. Alright, like I said, nerds and nerdettes, we're going to go through my collection and go over what books I have read and haven't read. Just going to have a little bit of fun going over how much of my collection I actually read. We'll do a total count at the end. So starting off with my indies, I technically did not read this entire hardcover of Firepower, only read some of the issues. I also did not read everything that's in this Oblivion song or this Once and Future. I also did not read volumes 2 and 3 of Outcast. I am currently reading Paper Girls volume 3, so technically that is unread as well. The rest from Paper Girls volume 3 on down, which includes all of this as well as this, I did read. Moving down to the rest of the indie titles, Animosity I read most of, but not all of, so we'll count that in the unread pile. Same with Animosity Evolution, I read none of that content. I also didn't read Black Hammer. I read everything else until Deadly Class. I did not read that 3-volume set. I did read Kick-Ass, the Prelude. I did read Low, volumes 1 and 2. I did read Life Zero. I have not read Middle West. I've read Merfalcon, Nemesis, Ninjak. I have not read Nocturnals. I have not read The Amazing Screw-On Head. I have not read Seven to Eternity. I've read Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. I've read The Boys, Witcher, and Usagi. Now we can move up, start with some manga. I've read all of Berserk that is currently here. I've also read all of Akira that's collected in the box set. Sorry for the lighting issues there. Now continuing with manga, take some guesses down below how much of my collection you think I've read, but we'll continue from there. I have not read 20th Century Boys in its entirety. I have read Abara, Silent Voice, All You Need Is Kill, Bow Angel Alita, all of the Blade of the Immortals, Death Note, which continues down here. I have read Devilman, Dragon Ball, pretty much read everything here up until the Fooly Cooly omnibus. I haven't read Fullmetal Alchemist. I've technically only watched the anime. I haven't read Fist of the North Star in its entirety. I have not read Ghost in the Shell in its entirety, at least everything collected in this box set. I have not read all of The Girl from the Other Side. I've read Gundam in its original format, but technically not these, but we'll count that as a read since it's essentially, when I read it digitally, it's just a hardcover format. I have read Helsing. I have read I Am a Hero. I've read everything here, and here, and here. I technically have not read Pokemon Adventures, but I've watched the anime, played all of the video games. I have not read all of Sayuki. I believe I finished the first volume, so I have 3 more volumes to go. Have not read Soul Eater. Sorry for the cut also, I had to get some lighting down here. I have not read Speed Racer. I have not read Super Sentai or Tokyo Revengers. I have read Uzumaki. I've read Vagabond up until, I believe, volume 5. I've read all of Vinland Saga in its entirety in my collection. And I have not read The Walking Cat. Next up are the big 2 comic books where most of my reading has been done. So I've read all of this shelf. I've read all of this shelf. I've also read all of this shelf. And I've also read all of this shelf, other than X-Men Grand Design and portions of Inferno Prologue, so I'm going to count that as a not fully read. And I have read the 2 books on this shelf as well. Okay, so for DC, I've read all of this shelf, other than Generations by John Byrne, Omnibus. I've read all of this shelf. I've read all of this shelf as well, other than the Dark Multiverse. And I've read this shelf in its entirety as well. So, to wrap things up, all in all, how many books I have read will be right here. And how many books I have not read will be right here. And the total percentage of my collection that I have read will be here. Let me know down below if you're correct in your guess. Also, if you'd like to join the Illuminati, hit that subscribe button. I'd also really appreciate you hitting that thumbs up icon. It really helps the algorithm and supports the channel. Also, if any of these books interest you and you're going to start hunting them, head on over to Organic Price Books. Use the code STAYNERDY in checkout for $2 off. It really helps Organic Price Books as well as the channel. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a lot of fun, kind of going over how much of my collection I've read and how there's not too much pressure on you reading at your own pace and how much of your collection you've read. After all, it is your money and your collection, so feel free to do whatever it is you want with it. But thank you again for watching, and stay nerdy.